Have you ever wondered about the strangest photos that time has forgotten? Today, we will reveal to you the strangest and most fascinating vintage photos that you will love. I promise you. Enjoy the show.
Remember when grocery shopping was an event? 1969 marked the golden age of supermarkets. Those endless shelves of brand new products kept appearing every week. Grocery carts? They weren't always around. Sylvan Goldman invented them in 1937 because customers complained about heavy baskets. The funniest part? People initially refused to use them, thinking they looked silly. That's until Goldman hired models to push them around stores, making them look fashionable. Back in 1973, a talented Arizona girl took the stage at Miss World USA. Despite placing second, Linda Carter turned that setback into an incredible opportunity. Soon after, she studied acting with just $25 in her pocket, and within a few years became America's favorite superhero on TV. Surprisingly, before her iconic role, she was touring the country as a singer in bands. During the 1990s, Bowie made an unexpected move into the financial world. In 1997, he became the first musician to turn himself into a bond. Yes, an actual Wall Street investment. Investors could buy Bowie bonds backed by his future music royalties. The revolutionary idea raised $55 million up front. 1944 marked a remarkable turning point in American aviation. At Lockheed's California plant, skilled workers like Sally Wadsworth helped build the legendary P-38 Lightning. These dedicated employees mastered complex manufacturing skills in just weeks. Their precision craftsmanship was so exceptional that Lockheed's productivity doubled. Air travel in the 1960s was truly something special. First class on Swiss Air meant real silver cutlery, gourmet meals prepared right at your seat, and endless champagne. The fascinating part? A ticket cost about $450, equivalent to $4,000 today. Airlines competed not on price, but on luxury. Idaho's winter of '52 was one for the history books. Snowfall reached such epic proportions that road crews carved 20-foot trenches through snowdrifts. These snow tunnels became known as Detroit Canyons among locals. The most remarkable part? Those classic Chevys kept running like clockwork, despite temperatures dropping to record lows. Amsterdam in the 1970s had a fascinating traffic innovation. Local police pioneered the stop and wave system, where officers personally directed both cars and bicycles. The amusing twist? These officers became such beloved figures that tourists often mistook them for street performers. Sydney's Harbour Bridge opened in 1932 during the Great Depression and became known as the Iron Lung because it created 1,400 jobs when Australia desperately needed them. The most remarkable engineering feat? Workers built the two halves from opposite shores meeting perfectly in the middle, and they used just hand calculations, no computers. Today, this masterpiece of engineering still carries 8 traffic lanes, 2 rail lines, and sees 500,000 crossings daily. The iconic Hollywood sign started as a real estate advertisement in 1923, originally reading Hollywoodland. Each letter stood 45 feet tall, illuminated by 4,000 light bulbs. The fascinating part? This temporary marketing stunt for luxury housing cost $21,000, about $340,000 today. Here's something unexpected about Hollywood's glamour queen Rita Hayworth. Despite her fame in 1942, she insisted on cooking all her meals at home. The surprising reason? Her Spanish grandmother taught her authentic family recipes, and Rita believed home cooking kept her grounded during movie stardom. In 1965, ABC took an extraordinary risk casting an unknown 18-year-old Sally Field as Gidget. The network nearly passed on her because of her petite height, just 5'2". The remarkable twist? This supposed disadvantage became her trademark charm. On her 63rd birthday in 1901, Annie Edson Taylor made history as the first person to survive a barrel ride over Niagara Falls. A former schoolteacher, she designed a custom barrel with cushions and air tanks. The most fascinating detail? She brought her lucky cat along for a test run days before. Both survived. Before donning the iconic costume, Linda Carter had a fascinating musical background. In 1973, after winning local beauty pageants, she performed as a singer in Las Vegas and across Europe. The intriguing part? She turned down multiple record deals to pursue acting, yet music remained her first love. During the summer of 1944, American soldiers demonstrated remarkable humanitarian spirit in Normandy. Beyond their military duties, they established positive connections with local families, sharing food supplies and medical assistance. Most notably, many troops helped reunite displaced families, creating detailed records of separated relatives. 1956 marked a transformative moment in American history. Rosa Parks, a respected seamstress and community organizer, sparked a peaceful movement in Montgomery that reshaped public transportation. In 1989, Soviet automotive plants maintained a fascinating tradition: the Domino's break. Factory workers at Moskvich gathered during lunch to engage in strategic gameplay, fostering camaraderie between shifts. Remains of the World Trade Center. U.S. Marine in Vietnam making a statement about his commander-in-chief, Lyndon Baines Johnson, 1967. In 1974, journalists Bob Woodward and Carl Bernstein witnessed their investigative reporting reach its historic conclusion. Their meticulous research, beginning with a simple story about a break-in, uncovered unprecedented revelations. The fascinating aspect? These reporters initially worked on the story with minimal support, relying on old-fashioned note-taking and perseverance. The 1960s marked a revolutionary decade in commercial aviation. Engineers designed innovative turboprop aircraft, featuring panoramic windows that transformed the flying experience. Swedish hockey in 1959 featured some uniquely challenging moments. During this particular match, players discovered why checking the ice thickness remained crucial. The fascinating detail? Local teams developed a special technique for testing ice conditions. Skaters would tap specific rhythm patterns and listen for telltale sounds. Before becoming Princess of Monaco, Grace Kelly pioneered a unique innovation in movie lighting. During her Hollywood days, cinematographers created the Kelly lighting technique specifically for her distinctive features. Parked cars fill the parking lot at O'Hare Airport, 10000 West O'Hare Avenue, Chicago, Illinois. Northern Europe pioneered revolutionary educational innovation in the early 1900s. These outdoor classrooms combined fresh air exposure with traditional learning, establishing a model that spread across the continent. In 1942, aviation made remarkable technical advances through talented pilots like Lydia Litviak. Flying the advanced Yak-1B fighter, she pioneered innovative tactical maneuvers at high altitudes. A fascinating Hollywood innovation emerged in 1973 when costume designer Bill Whitten created matching outfits for performers Debbie Reynolds and Carrie Fisher. The remarkable aspect? These coordinated designs pioneered a new fabric testing technique under stage leg. Early 1984 marked a pivotal moment in computing history at Apple's California facility. The assembly line introduced revolutionary ergonomic manufacturing techniques for the original Macintosh. A single moment in 1959 revolutionized hockey safety equipment forever. During a Montreal Canadiens game, goalkeeper Jacques Plante made a decision that changed sports history. The remarkable aspect? Despite initial resistance from coaches and officials, his improvised face protection sparked a complete redesign of goalkeeper equipment. Within 5 years, protective masks became standard, leading to dramatic improvements in player safety and game dynamics. The Toyota 2000 GT from 1967 marked Japan's breakthrough into luxury sports car design. Featured in You Only Live Twice, this vehicle introduced innovative engineering solutions, including a retractable top specifically designed for filming. At age 20, Rosa Shanina showcased remarkable precision marksmanship in 1944. She pioneered innovative techniques for extreme distance accuracy and wrote detailed training manuals that influenced military education. In 1974, the Sayeret Matkal unit pioneered advanced training methods that revolutionized special operations. Their innovative techniques included night navigation systems and specialized communication protocols. The remarkable aspect? The unit developed unique physical conditioning methods that improved operational readiness by 40%. 1966 marked an extraordinary business decision in music history when Dolly Parton and Carl Dean chose a unique path. Despite her rising stardom, Dean intentionally stayed out of the spotlight, focusing on his successful asphalt business. The remarkable aspect? Their partnership strategy proved brilliant. While Dolly built her entertainment empire, Carl's business acumen helped manage their investments. The Kimberley Mine of 1872 revolutionized diamond mining technology. Engineers developed innovative pulley systems and hydraulic equipment to process unprecedented volumes of material. Portrait studios of the early 1900s doubled as social gathering spaces, preserving moments of camaraderie in formal settings. Studio photographers offered military personnel an opportunity to commemorate their friendships through staged indoor photography. The Brooklyn Bridge in 1973 showcased remarkable traffic engineering innovations. Engineers implemented a pioneering lane management system that accommodated growing vehicle diversity, from classic Volkswagen Beetles to larger American sedans. The fascinating aspect? In 1975, Ted Geisel revolutionized children's illustration with his unique character development process. Each version of the Grinch underwent precise refinements using a special curved line technique that captured both mischief and charm. Zoe Mozart painting Jane Russell for the Outlaw film poster. Picture this. 1987, a young hotshot in a white t-shirt appears on British TV to complain about boring television. The fascinating part? That outspoken 28-year-old was working at a small record label called Fanfare Records, producing his first hit song, So Macho. Look at this snapshot from 1966. A determined businessman who started at a gas station turned his secret recipe into gold at age 75. Inside that white suit stood the mastermind who revolutionized fast food with pressure-cooked chicken and 11 secret spices. Most fascinating? Just 2 years earlier, he'd sold his empire for $2 million, yet kept traveling 200,000 miles annually to ensure every restaurant maintained his standards. Imagine 1963, two rising stars meet on an MGM soundstage sparking Hollywood magic. A Swedish bombshell and the king of rock, both passionate about motorcycles and late-night talks. During filming in Vegas, they shared more than just screen time at the Sahara Hotel. The fascinating twist: every Vegas opening night afterward, she'd find a guitar-shaped flower arrangement waiting backstage,